Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're jumping into Lost Season 1, Episode 4. Let's not do a long intro this time. Let's just jump right into it. Let's go. They've shown him on screen like 4 times so far in the last, the episode is literally like 6 seconds old. So I'm pretty psyched that we're probably going to get a much more in-depth flashback to what was going on with Mr. Locke prior to the plane crash. I love that because I can already tell just within the first couple episodes that he's going to be a major character. So I've definitely been waiting for this. Ah, your shoes came off in the crash? Or did you have them off on the flight?
Hey, Walt, you gotta keep that dog quiet.
I don't know what's wrong with him.
Yeah, the dog is going to sense stuff before any of you hear or see anything, so...
What is it? Somebody's in there.
Everyone in there's dead.
Sawyer, right behind you, jackass.
Maybe it's another polar bear. Leave a bunch of dead bodies around. If there's animals on the island, they're gonna find it. Oh, what is it? What are we looking at?
They're gone. What the bloody hell was that? Boars.
Boars? All right. Not what I was expecting it to be, but proof that I was correct about the fact that there were animals on this island that were able to be eaten by the bears.
Those boars we're looking to feed. We have to get rid of the bodies.
Digging will be difficult without shovels.
Not very. You need to burn them.
Thank you. Those of you who have been watching as I've been posting these videos know that we're on episode 4, and this is the 4th episode where I've been waiting for someone to say, hey, let's get rid of these rotting bodies and let's burn them. I'm pretty sure I've said it in every video so far, so it's really nice to see that I'm getting backed up here a little bit. Anyway, let's go.
They're people.
Look, I'm not happy about it either, but we crashed 1,000 miles off course. They're looking for us in the wrong place. Tomorrow morning, we need everyone to start gathering up wood, dried brush, and turn that fuselage into a furnace. Wait until the sun goes down tomorrow night before we set the fire.
He's so eager to burn the bodies. Why are we waiting until sundown?
He's hoping someone will see it.
If you hadn't waited so long to come up with the idea of burning the bodies, you could have put them in a pile and burned them, and then you would have the fuselage for shelter or at least storage. Now you pretty much just have to burn them in the fuselage because after 4 days in the hot sun on a tropical island, those bodies are probably, I'm not saying that it would be impossible to move them, but it would be incredibly unpleasant. Not that it would have been pleasant in the first place, but it gets exponentially less pleasant after a couple of days. So yeah, you waited too long, but better late than never, I guess.
What are you making?
Too soon to talk about. I'm not sure if it'll even work.
But if it does, we'll be able to play Nintendo. I'm thinking maybe Tetris.
If the Frenchwoman's transmissions have truly been playing on the loop for 16 years, then there must be a power source on the island. A significant one.
And you can find it?
Hypothetically, yes. I'm making an antenna of sorts. With a few of these mounted at different points on the island, I may be able to use the transceiver to triangulate the signal.
Good job, Vincent.
What's your problem? Animal! Stay out of this metro! Hey, freak! What's going on? Jether here's hoarding the last of the peanuts.
What about the rest of the food?
There is no rest of the food, dude.
What?
Okay, everybody, just calm down. We can find food. There are plenty of things on this island we can use for sustenance.
And exactly how are we gonna find the sustenance?
Whoa, what's going on?
We hunt.
All right. Bit more of a badass than I thought.
Checked it.
You either have very good aim or very bad aim, Mr.
Locke. His name is Locke.
Okay, Mr. Locke, what is it that we're hunting?
We know there are wild boar on the island. The ones that came into the camp last night were piglets, which means that there's a mother nearby. Boar's usual mode of attack is to circle around and charge from behind, so I figure it'll take at least 3 of us to distract her long enough for me to flank one of the piglets, pin it, and slit its throat.
Dude, what are you, a fucking knife salesman?
Yes.
Colonel Locke, is this line secure?
Oh, Colonel Locke. Okay.
Line secure GL-12, go ahead.
Maneuvers are a go for 1,300 hours. Repeat, we are a go.
Roger that. We'll convene at the usual rendezvous point at 1,300 hours.
Locke, I told you I need those TPS reports done by noon today. Noon.
I heard you the first time, Randy.
I know personal calls during office hours.
Okay, I'm sure I can look this up afterwards, but the problem is that I'm kind of sketched out about the idea of doing too many Google searches because I don't want to spoil anything that comes later than this. But just a random side note, I'm pretty sure that the movie Office Space probably came out after this, so I'm pretty sure that it's them. Like, I feel like they probably referenced the TPS reports thing from this. I can't imagine that the people that were writing Lost were referencing Office Space. That doesn't make much sense to me, but I just have to know if at any point the people who wrote Office, I think Mike Judge wrote Office Space, but I have to know if the people who wrote Office Space acknowledged anywhere that the TPS reports thing came from this. Sorry for any of you who haven't seen Office Space and have no idea what I'm talking about and are just like, shut up and watch the show. Back into it.
So, hunting boar now, huh?
He says this is my first time boar hunting.
Tell me something. How come anytime there's a hike into the heart of darkness, you sign up? You know what's in there.
Actually, I don't.
No, we don't. No one does.
Neither do you. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you're worried about me, Jack.
If I didn't know any better, I'd say you have a problem staying in one place for very long, Kate.
Zing.
Want to tell me why you're really going?
Sai gave me this so he can triangulate the distress signal we heard. Find the source.
Hi. Hi, excuse me. I am going away to a hunt, and I was wondering if you could keep an eye on my boy, Walt, and I'm Michael. Anyway, could you watch him for me until I come back?
아드님은 제가 잘 돌보고 있을게요.
Sorry, I don't understand, but you're cool with this, right?
네.
I don't need a babysitter.
Come on, man. Vincent needs you here. And hey, cheer up. This will give me a chance to get to know your friend, Mr. Locke, a little better.
I do appreciate the fact that someone is attempting to communicate with her, especially in a positive way. It's the only person we've seen communicating with her is her husband, who I have not been a big fan of thus far. And yes, I've read your comments. I get it. Like, she and her husband don't speak the language or don't speak English. And now they're stuck on this island with a bunch of people who are all talking amongst themselves in a language that this couple doesn't understand. I get that the husband would be kind of overly protective of her in that situation. I get that. I'm just saying that all of the interactions we've seen between him and her, like, he's just been really kind of like a dominating type of a husband. And it is nice to see someone attempting to communicate with her in a more positive way. I do find it odd that, I mean, how many people can go on this hunt? Like, I mean, Locke said 3 of them plus him. Let's just say they took 10 people into the jungle, just as a crazy high number, like 10 of them. We already know that there are supposedly like 40 survivors left here. So you're leaving 30 people behind. If you take out her and her husband and the kid, you're looking at like 27. Let's call it 20. Why would you pick the person who doesn't fully understand what you're asking of them rather than asking one of the other people? Like, I doubt that Hurley is going to be one of the ones that's going to be navigating his way through the jungle. Like, I don't feel like he's signing up for that assignment. I feel like he would probably be my pick, especially since when I asked him to do it, he would fully understand everything that I was saying. Granted, she seems to get the general idea, and I'm sure she's really nice. I'm sure she's not going to let anything happen to this kid. I'm just saying, you know, I would have tried to pick somebody who it would have been a much easier conversation when I asked them. Anyway, feel like I've been talking a lot this episode already. Let's just get back into it.
I thought maybe you should see this. Someone found it in there. They're collecting all the belongings. There are wedding plans for Steve and Kristen. They're on the planes.
I don't understand, Clara, what I'm supposed to do with this.
Well, some of us were wondering if maybe we should do some kind of memorial service or something. You could lead it.
No, I don't think it...
Well, you know, just a few words, or even we could just read off names from passports and drive.
Look, it's not my thing.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'll do it.
Yeah, sounds fine. Whatever everybody wants.
That woman's still sitting there. Her husband was on a plane.
Great.
Are you even listening to me?
What's a 4-letter word for I don't care?
Try asshole.
Yeah, well, at least you don't have to worry about starving with me taking care of her.
I'm not gonna starve. Ocean's full of fish. You really don't think I can catch a fish?
The ground here has been rooted up. That's how boars get the majority of their food. They dig. Afterwards, they generally wallow in the dirt, rub up against the trees, scoring it with their tusks. Means we're close.
This guy is the Boy Scout troop leader you want on every hike.
Hi.
Hi. Shannon, right?
Yeah. Are you doing anything?
Me? No, I was just, what are you doing?
I was just gonna go for a walk. You wanna come?
I've got a couple rude jokes I'm going to keep to myself.
Do you know anything about fishing?
What? Fishing? My granddad used to take me out. I'm a fishing fiend.
Hey, Doc, you got a second? What's up? The woman's been sitting over there by herself. Maybe she's having trouble dealing with her husband. I don't think she's had anything to eat or drink. Think maybe you can go talk to her?
Why me? I'm not a psychiatrist. Maybe you should.
Just thought you might want to do it. You're the one that saved her life.
Unfortunately, you've taken on the leader role, and now people are looking to you to lead, so comes with the territory.
Rose, right? Remember me? C-23A, the guy that told you not to worry about the turbulence. But he's getting pretty worried about you, Rose. If you want to be alone, that's fine, but you have to take care of yourself.
I flew out last week, Dina. Go get him.
Yeah, stop talking. There's some pigs grunting in the woods there.
Hey, quit giving us the steal signal.
Oh shit, here it comes. Yeah, that's why he was telling you to shut the fuck up.
Move. You've got to move, Colonel. Your troops are across enemy lines.
Patience, the quality which you lack, GL-12, is the hallmark of a leader.
Tell me more about being a leader, Locke. While you're at it, tell me about this colonel thing. Bruised your file in human resources? You've never been in any of the armed forces.
I'm just playing a game, Randy. It's my lunch hour. I can play a game.
Yeah. Tell me, what's a walkabout?
You have no right taking that off my desk.
So you wander around, hunting and gathering food, right? On foot?
I have vacation days. I'm going, Randy. I already made a reservation.
Wow, John, you're really doing it, huh? You tell Helen yet?
Helen, you've actually got a woman in your life.
That's none of your business.
What is it with you, Locke? I mean, imagining you're some hunter and walkabouts? Wake up. You can't do any of that. What?
Norman Croucher. Double amputee, no legs. He climbed to the top of Mount Everest. Why? It was his destiny.
That's what you think you got, old man? Destiny.
Just don't tell me what I can't do.
I think we're going to see that this is one of those situations where in the real world, he was one of those people that everybody just looked past and ignored. And then suddenly, now that he's stranded on this island, all of a sudden he's going to be somebody who's respected, like somebody who has knowledge about how to survive. Like suddenly he's going to be the person that he always wanted to be. Interesting.
John, can you hear me? Locke?
I'm fine, Helen. I just got the wind knocked out of me is all.
Helen?
What?
You called me Helen.
Did I? Which way'd that boar go? You take him back to camp. I'm gonna get that boar.
John, you can't.
Don't tell me what I can't do.
I believe there's a possibility you could kill it, but then you're going to drag a 120 to 150 pound boar back through the jungle to the beach by yourself? That seems crazy.
You said you know how to fish.
Yeah, off the Santa Monica Pier with my old man and a fishing pole and bait. Never had to try to poke one with a sharp stick.
It's just trying to spearfish.
Put your weight into it. Easy. Wait for it. Wait. No!
I still maintain that Hurley is my favorite character.
Your name's Saeed, right?
Yes?
I just found this. It's got your name on it.
I thought I'd lost this. Thank you.
Oh, she found pictures of his family.
Bernard, my husband. His hands swell up whenever we fly.
The altitude.
He started having me hold on to his wedding ring whenever we took a plane trip. Always wore it around my neck for safekeeping, just until we landed.
Rose, you shouldn't be out here alone. You're suffering from post-traumatic shock.
Aren't we all?
It helps you get closure. I could bring you one of his hands. You could put that ring on it.
Getting to finally tell Randy off was life-changing. I mean it. Now I'm free to do all those things I ever wanted to do. Things that I know I was destined to do, like we talked about, Helen.
It's wonderful, John. I'm happy for you, really.
Do you remember the authentic Aboriginal Walkabout?
Sure, that's all you've talked about for weeks.
Yeah, well, I'm going to do it. I'm flying to Australia at the end of the week, and I bought 2 tickets.
Helen is his ex.
Helen?
John, we've talked about this, and I've enjoyed talking with you these past few months.
8 months.
I'm not allowed to meet customers.
Oh, okay, not an ex.
I thought you understood, Helen. You know me better than
John,
anyone.
if we talk any longer, I'm going to have to charge you for another hour. That's another $89.95. You can't.
Look, I don't care about the money. I just.
I'm sorry, John. I gotta go.
Hey, wait a minute.
What are you doing?
Trying to boost the transceiver signal. I'm gonna climb this tree and attach an antenna.
Hey, you. Yes, I am talking directly to you. Over 90% of you who are watching this video right now are not yet subscribed to my channel. If you enjoy what I'm doing here, pretty much the best way you can support me is to hit the subscribe button. Also, for those of you who would like to help pick what movies I watch next, I've started putting polls in my community tab. They're totally free. It's super easy. You can just vote for whichever movies are on the list that you want to see me react to. I will put a graphic right up in here somewhere and show how to navigate to that community tab. Anyway, enough self-promotion. Let's get you back to the video you were actually here to watch. Oh boy. That's big. Whatever that is. So Locke has actually seen now whatever this monster is, because that's way bigger than the mother boar. Like, that thing was way taller than he is.
Hey,
Hey.
these were, I found these the other day when I was...
Thank you. What is that? Oh, I get it. It's like toothpaste.
Chia.
Chia? Dad!
Hey!
Your leg's all messed up. Does it hurt?
It's okay.
So it was like a boar fight?
Not so much a fight, it was more, like me getting gorged.
Where's Mr. Locke?
As promised, you and I will be dining on fresh catch of the day. Oh, you don't mind al fresco?
Where in your twisted little brain, you think this proves that you can take care of yourself?
I told you I'd catch a fish, didn't I?
That's low, Shan, even for you.
Oh.
Rose, after the sun goes down, we're gonna burn the fuselage. It's just something that we have to do. There's gonna be a memorial service back at the camp for those who didn't make it, for everyone to say goodbye.
I'd like to be there for that.
Okay? Maybe if you wanted to say something, about your husband.
What?
I'm just saying if you wanted to say goodbye to Bernard.
Doctor, my husband is not dead.
Rose, he was in the tail section of the plane. It broke off in mid-flight. I'm sorry, but everyone who was in the rear of the plane's gone.
They're probably thinking the same thing about us.
Who the fuck are you?
I'm sorry. Guess I should have gotten a warranty.
I suppose I'll just try again. Of course, I have no welding iron, no rivets, scorched wiring, and it seems I must continue to lie to anyone who asks me what it is I'm actually doing.
I'll try it again.
Kate! Excuse me. You okay?
Locke's gone.
They all assume that he died, but I have a feeling he's coming back with the boar.
Fuselage is ready to go. Some of the others decided, I guess there's going to be some words said over the fire.
It's good.
Names read, I think.
I just don't think they're ready to hear about some of the things that we've... Jack?
What is the significance of this hallucination that he keeps having? There he is. Yeah.
Locke.
Come back with like a fucking boss. I feel like at least half of the survivors are going to start splitting off. And like if there's a conflict between Locke and I can't remember the main guy's name, but I feel like a significant amount of them are going to start following Locke.
Guess she was gonna catch a connecting flight. She wore corrective lenses, and she was an organ donor, or at least would have been. Steve and Kristen, I don't know their last name, but they were really in love and were gonna be married. At least wherever they are now, they're not alone.
Starting to run low on the drugs, bud.
You see Jack?
Jack is the name of the guy I couldn't remember.
Nice work.
What?
The boar. Nice work, killing it. Just thought I should say something. So that thing, the monster, whatever, she said it was headed right towards you. Did you see anything? Get any kind of look at it?
Yeah, came right out of the woods. We made eye contact.
The walkabouts we arrange here are not just some stroll through the park.
You've got no idea who you're talking to. I'm well aware of what's involved, believe me.
It's a trying ordeal for someone in peak physical condition. That alone...
Look, I booked this tour a month ago. You've already got my money.
You misrepresented yourself.
I never lied.
You neglected to tell us about your condition.
My condition is not an issue. I've lived with it for 4 years.
It can't keep the bus waiting any longer. It isn't fair to the other people.
Don't talk to me about fair. Just put me on the bus right now. I can do this.
No, you can't.
Hey, don't you walk away from me. You don't know.
Whoa, what are we doing? What the fuck is going on?
This is my destiny. I'm supposed to do this, damn it! Don't tell me what I can't do!
Oh, I'm having one of those moments like when you watch Fight Club and you realize the twist at the end. I'm going to try not to spoil it, but then you go back, or in The Sixth Sense is the same thing. You go back through all the other scenes earlier in the movie and you go, oh, wait a minute. Like when we saw him at his cubicle, he was sitting down. He never stood up. When we saw him in the break room, he was sitting down. He never stood up. And then when we saw him in what looked like a hotel, he was sitting on the bed. We've never seen him walking around. And then when he talked to the kid says that what Locke told him was that a miracle had happened to him. Somehow after the crash, he regained his ability to walk. This is crazy. I don't even know what to say. I'm flabbergasted. I got like 2 minutes left in the episode, so let's go. So that's the significance of him looking at his toes when he woke up. Wow. Ah, that was his wheelchair. Okay, that is the end of episode 4. As you can tell, with that last couple minutes of revelation there, I am pretty speechless right now. That was pretty mind-blowing. That was a hell of a twist that they threw at me. I don't even know what to say about that. Yeah, I'm going to keep this short at the end here. I will say that I did have one theory about the monster in the jungle there. I guess I'll throw it in here at the end. I know based on my analytics that only about 20% of you are still here. So you're the ones who are watching this to get my full reaction to the full episode. So you guys get my little theory that I'm going to throw at you. If this island island is some sort of a Bermuda Triangle type of a, I don't have the right words, but let's just refer to it as like a vortex where like anything that gets into its vicinity, it's, once again, not the right phrase, but it's like sphere of influence that it could bring down a plane or wreck a ship or something like that. The girl who's the French girl who sent out that SOS message, which has been being replayed for like 16 years. That's not somebody with just like a random handheld transceiver thing. Like that's a message that is being put on a loop from somewhere on this island, somewhere that is more than just some little cave that this girl was hiding out in and set this thing up. Like things like that on a remote island just don't last for 16 years. So there's something going on the island. My theory is that whatever that is probably a decent amount, like a decent distance into the interior in the island. The monster has only ever really affected things in the jungle. And really the only person we've ever seen it kill was because they went into the jungle, they found the front part of the plane, they found the pilot, and then it killed the pilot. I think that the monster might be part of whatever it is that's going on this island, and its purpose is to keep them. It almost creates this like superstition thing where it's like you can't go into the jungle. The purpose of it is to keep them on the beach. Because if they go too far into the jungle, eventually they're going to find whatever this location is that's responsible for sending out this signal, which in turn could be possibly whatever is responsible for bringing down the plane in the first place. So the monster is meant just to keep them as much as possible on the beach so that they don't go exploring into the jungle. I could be totally off base. Do me a favor, if you're going to comment on that in the comments below here, please don't be a jerk. Like, please don't spoil something that hasn't happened yet. Like, this is my first time watching this show, so please don't tell me like, oh, well, you'll find out at the end of the season when so-and-so dies. Like, don't do stuff like that. That sucks. I do my best to respond to every comment that gets left. So you're really going to wreck this for me if you start posting things down there that I should not know yet. Anyway, this is a longer intro than I usually do, and you guys